is... Oh, it's so pretty. Look at the artwork in this. Oh, and that music. Hope this doesn't get me in trouble with copyrights. But hi, everybody. Hello, how's it going? We're playing Rising Angels Reborn today. Oh, I don't know why, but I'm like super excited to play this right now. I saw this on Steam and thought it would look absolutely beautiful, so I figured I'd give it a shot. So you know what? We're gonna jump straight into this. Now, I'm not sure if there's another one before this. I think there is. I didn't do a whole lot of research on this game before I started playing it, but oh well. We'll check it out. Give it a shot. You never feel as much pride as the first time you're given a command. An instructor at the academy once told me that. Oh, yeah. I mean, you're thrust in a power position. I mean, I wouldn't understand why you wouldn't feel pride. There's something to be said about that. My first command was a listening outpost on some backwater swamp planet that didn't have an official name. Okay, now that kind of sucks. I mean, I would hate to be shoved out there. I called it my watery hell. My command consisted of myself, 2 automated recording machines, and a virtual intelligence to manage the machines. I was alone during my stint as a lieutenant and a brevet captain. The only thing that kept me sane were the games for my virtual system. I'm pretty sure I managed to beat every single role-playing game known to the galaxy. Oh, okay, this is my kind of character. I think we can get along just great. Sure, there haven't been very many made since the war for our survival started so many years ago. But still, when I signed up to fight, I thought the Catagion, we're going with, okay, skip that. When I signed up to fight, I thought the Catagion Defense Force would have been smart enough to send me to the front. Nope. I go to watery hell with constant mold problems. They sent my classmates, who were far less capable than I, to the front. Those losers got to command task force and fight. And, like I predicted, most of them perished with their commands. They were blind fools, idiots. If I would have been there, this war could have been over by now. Wow, you are just so full of yourself, aren't you? Instead, innocent people, brave warriors, and powerful war machines had to be sacrificed to some dumb tactical officer's bad battle plans. You're salty. Not anymore. I've been watching the Loadmaster and her droids moving cargo for a few minutes. I might have to inquire if she knows anything about my welcoming party. As I walk up to her, I catch notice of her short stature and non-regulation issue hat. Great. She's a hobbin. What the fuck's a hobbin? During my academy and training years, I never saw too many of them. While nimble and dexterous, they aren't what you'd call an A-class student. Most of them are dense as rocks. Even now, she's smiling and waving with me. Even now, she's smiling and waving at me with unprofessional excitement. No bearing, no discipline. Excuse me, but could I ask you a quick question? Oh, it is a girl. Huh, score? Certainly. How can I help you? I glance over her uniform and notice the small insignia that tells me she's a lowly flight officer. If this is the sort of professional treatment my forces give, I'm going to have a difficult time. Still, she is a member of the crew and someone I'm going to work with on a day-to-day basis. I can tolerate a little bit of it. I am Major Natalie Puccile. Puccile. I'm Natalie. I'm looking for the bridge. You're almost there. Thank you for your assistance, Flight Officer. I'm glad to help out. If you get lost, I'll be finished loading soon and can show you around. That's kind, but I should be fine. Don't worry, Kylie. We're here to show her around. Who's this? Oh, guy with wings! Oh, he's a pretty boy. Waiting at the end of the hall are a pair of mages approaching me. My real welcoming party, I guess. One of them is a handsome pale-haired freakin'. Friken. He's a Friken. He's a Friken something. One of them is a handsome, pale-haired Friken with large, creamy wings and a soft, cheering look on his face. The other man... You've gotten soft over the years, Natalie. I have a horrible man voice. Maybe I have, but at least I haven't gone lax with my support. Letting a kid load all the supplies by herself? I expect better leadership from you. I always thought you were asleep during delegation class in the academy. You're one to talk. I know you slept through first aid course. I take it you two know each other. We graduated from the same academy class. Old friends. Is Major Hackett smiling? I know. This may be the sign of the Armageddon. I'm glad that something could warm my wingman's heart. Wingman, you're so cute. My name is Alphonse Tenzin. You already know Soul. Oh, his name is Alphonse! I'm Major Natalie Puccile reporting. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Flight Officer Kylie Miki. I'm not actually Kid. I'm a Hobbit. What the fuck is a Hobbit? It's nice to meet you, Flight Officer Miki. Though you could stand to listen to Soul a bit about professionalism. He is right about some things. I'm sorry, ma'am. It has been hard adjusting to military life. Keep at it. Be the best officer you can be. Yes, ma'am. I can see why you like her, Soul. Hush, Major Tenzin. Hush, Major Tenzin. We need to get going and let Natalie settle in before Rasuna gets her claws out. You mean Commander Rasuna. I'm going back to loading supplies, sir. Please. The silence. Do you see what I have? Hold on, let me drop my balls real fast. Do you see what I have to go through? That's why I'm glad to see you, Natalie. So I can correct you as well? Here, let me take your luggage. Are you sure? Let's drop these bags off and take a tour of the ship. It's small, but our work is cut out for us. I'd let him. Soul let Zuri carry all her luggage, but oh no! Zuri could roundhouse kick me through a wall. She didn't need the help. Or Kylie. You packed light, as always. Uniforms and basic healthcare items. I packed just like the deployment list recommended. Most people don't listen to that. They seem to think we have plenty of space on the ship for things like dumbbells and personal effects. I was told that the list was the official record. You were told right. The force is growing so slack. Take Kylie, for instance. Oh! Me! Oh, it's so cute! I don't think we could have a better quarters master. She's a wizard with our equipment. Nothing ever stays broken. If you need something, it is stocked on the next supply run. But you saw how she treats superior officers. She seems to think regulations and professional behavior don't matter if you just do it well. We have those regulations for a reason. We deal with life and death situations. You have to be able to know exactly what the person next to you is going to do. Exactly. You wouldn't believe how grateful I am to have someone here who understands that. Rasuna just doesn't understand that being good and being a team just doesn't cut it. Well, I'm here now. We'll start bringing that ship up to code. Damn right. So, you really didn't help poor Kylie with her bags? It was okay. I managed. Well, he can help make it up to you by helping finish loading up equipment. I think that's the first thing we can bring up to code. Only for you, Natalie. I'll help. Kylie never asks for help when she needs it. He's such a pretty boy. Oh, shit. Sorry, I knocked over my drink. Let's show her the power of a trio of majors. I'm starting to believe that the gods may have blessed us with your presence here. If I can still move after this, I'll consider agreeing. Thanks, Soul. I'm only helping because Kylie's our quarters master. I wouldn't waste my time if some of those boxes didn't contain steaks from back home on Quinn. But then we are going back to the tour. No further delays, please. Deal. Welcome to the bridge. It isn't much, but it beats being stuck in the tiny Corlett cockpit. You flew fighters? 2 years on the front line with the KSS Xeon. Sounds exciting. I want to get caught up in a major conspiracy. Please tell me you aren't planning to overthrow the board of directors while you're working here. My career can't handle another one. Whoa. What? On second thought, don't ask. It brings up too many bad memories. Speaking of bad memories, where's your ball and chain? I thought both you and Lena were going to be fighter pilots together. Don't ask. Was it that bad? Ask me when I've had a few drinks. You don't drink. So don't ask me again. Please. Sorry. Bad memories, Nat. I never thought befriending mutts could ruin my life in so many ways. Non-humans ruined your relationship? A mutt. Commander Rasuna. Oh fuck, I wasn't paying attention. Major Hackett? We were talking about a pet a friend of mine had. It turned out to be a rabid dog. Oh shit, it's a chick. Then use the term dog. Remember what I said if I heard you disparage your fellow servicemen again? I do, ma'am. And what was that? Immediate discharge, ma'am. That is correct, Major Puccile. You would do well to note Major Hackett's lesson. We are a team here on the Nimross. We work as a single unit. I will not tolerate those who cannot act as a team on my ship. That is the one guiding principle that I must make clear. Wow, you're gonna be the one character with a stick up your ass, aren't you? Yes, ma'am. My last experience with the Sito was not a pleasant one. I hope not to repeat it. I bite my lip. Great. She's one of those commanders who's had a bad experience with our organization in the past. Sure, some of us may be a little cutthroat and determined, but we get results. The stories I've heard from my instructors were brutal. Selling out your command for success was common, not an exception. I don't believe in that mentality. There are limits to how far you can go before becoming the monster you're fighting to destroy. Never will I sink that low. You have nothing to fear from me, ma'am. Commander. Shit. Earn my trust, Major Puccile. I want to give it to you, but you need to prove yourself. I will. Damn it, I completely forgot to report in. Ma'am, Major Natalie Puccile reporting in. I am the Special Investigations and Tactics Officer assigned to the KSS Nimross. Welcome to my ship, Major. You are gonna be a hard ass, aren't you? You're just gonna be a hard ass. You gonna be all like, you gotta report in. Teamwork, baby, teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. She is one of the best tactical officers in the force, ma'am. I've read the training report. Top of your class, correct? Yes, ma'am. How many failed in your class? Huh? Around 40%. And the average is 20. Oh, shit. I'm assuming she said, why do you think that was? Lack of dedication. They were not cut out for the service. And what did you do to help them pass? Everything you could, am I right? We fight and die as a team. On this ship, Major. Earn my trust. Yes. At 10:05, we will be holding an all-call for the ship. You will brief our mission to the entire crew. Until that time, you are off duty. Major Hackett will be your guide. Thank you. You have her quarters decided, Major Hackett? Yes, ma'am. I was going to put her in the empty room. Incorrect. She will be roaming with Captain Moonflower. Moonfollow. Moonfollow. And what will we be doing with the empty room? Our ship doctor says he's tired of sleeping in the med ward and laid claim to it. That's slimy. Yes, ma'am. That's all. Dismissed. Let's get out of here quickly before she thinks of something else. Wait, I have a question to ask. All right. Certainly. What are you curious about? Ooh, decisions! This makes me so happy! How's the comlink on the ship for gaming? Ooh, please, tell me a little more about the ship. You know, I might do a second playthrough of this, but I'll think about doing a second playthrough of this. I'm gonna take this one seriously. I'm not gonna fuck around on this one. So I'm gonna go... I've read up on the specs of the ship, but the profile suggested that this version might be different. I noticed that your ship's profile was different than a standard Harper-class command and control ship. You've got a very sharp eye. Yes, this ship was modified in depot. Really? But not for the better. Oh? That all depends. Our crew complement has been reduced due to removal of self-defense weaponry. Wait, we have no defensive lasers or cannons? Correct. So we have no weapons officer or loader. Also, our impulse drive is a KDS E591 instead of the standard E598. As much as I want to bluff understanding that one, lying won't help me here. And what impact does that have on us, ma'am? A large engineering bay and larger fuel consumption, so our med bay is also removed, but the doctor works out of a secondary research bay instead. Try not to get sick. He's a lecherous demon who has no ethics or hypocritic oath. He's a non-human, isn't he? An Afric. But that doesn't make it any less of a vile monster. I'll keep that in mind. Please do. It's only a matter of time before I catch him and have him court-martialed. Oh, I know the decision. How is the comlink on the ship for gaming? If we don't have any defensive weaponry, do we have any security forces? I said I'd take this one seriously. No defensive weapons to protect us from pirates. What about security when I'm on the ground site? We have Zuri. What is a Zuri? Is it some sort of defensive robot? Who I really, really, really wish it was. I would be able to turn it off then. Lieutenant Zuri is our security officer and in charge of defensive systems on the ship. Which means she doesn't have a lot to do. She seems to find time in her day to just wander around and bother everybody. She wants to help out others. That doesn't sound like a bad thing, Soul. It would be if she had better attitude. What's wrong? Is she grumpy? I thought someone like that would work well with you. No, she's perky. There have been some days where I just want to tear the happy right out of her soul. I like you, Soul! Have I ever said that you remind me of a really grumpy cat? Oh, grumpy cat! Not in years. And you haven't changed a bit. Though she may be a bit overenthusiastic at times, Lieutenant Zuri is competent at her job and will provide you adequate security on away missions. Just don't expect her to shut up at all when she gets on her warrior rant. It'll be nice to have someone cheerful to hang out with now, and then, to compensate for Mr. Doom and Gloom. I'm just realistic and don't lie and sugarcoat things for you. Oh, I really want to click it. No. Is there anything else I should know about the ship before we set off? besides a lack of defensive weaponry and substandard parts. While that may be true, most of the crew is relatively experienced in its operations. Despite their laziness and lack of morals, the commander is correct in stating the crew is decent at their job. Don't expect too much, but I do ensure the basics are enforced. Even though he is rough and derogatory, Sol has never been one to shy away from acknowledging talent. I just wish he'd use it no matter what the outside looks like. The weaponry shouldn't be an issue. I don't intend to send any of us into combat zones. If pirates attack, fleeing in terror, while not heroic, is a perfectly logical course of action. Thanks for the briefing. The information will come in handy to maximize the Nimross utilization. I'm glad to hear it. I hate to cut the question and answer session short, but we have to continue the tour. You don't want to start your first day of tomorrow with no sleep, right? I can feel the first traces of exhaustion begin to set in. This is the first time I've had to do anything remotely like work in years. It feels wonderful, though tiring. Maybe having me mumble through the briefing tomorrow might make it a little more interesting. No doubt. By your leave, ma'am? Rest well, Major Puccile. We expect much from you. Dismissed. Let's go drop off your medical records with the perv and grab a bite to eat. That sounds delightful. I'm famished. If Kylie finished stocking everything, we might be able to make a decent meal from the synthesizer. No cook? No cook. We have some limited cooking facilities, but alas, no cook. I don't think I'd want to eat any more dog food anyway. Lupid food? Same thing. Trust me, Wolfie can't cook well. You could try eating it, but you'd rather have the synth stuff. Because she's a lupid or because she can't cook? Can it be both? I'm not saying all food that mutants cook is bad, but lupid stuff is just bland and mushy. Try it if you want, you'll see. I can make a decent meal, though. I'll make you something nice sometime. I'll have to compare them. Then we'll have to have a contest to prove it. Not tonight. You promise? I promise. Let's get going. The clang of metal instead of the mush of dirt is welcoming. Never again will I have to check my hair for spiders after a radar array check. Everything is so clean, so shiny. I did it. I really am to the real Space Force again. I'm free to save the universe once more. Happy? Does it show? A little bit. I can't help it. I'm excited, Sol. My first real post. My first real mission. I'm finally off that mud ball. What is our first mission? I haven't checked. My orders were just to report here and then receive my follow-on orders over the secured network. It sounds like they're trying to make it difficult for your first briefing. You're telling me. I have faith in you. Show them how you give a proper intelligence briefing. Thanks, Sol. I know I can't see the orders, but let me know if there's anything I can do to help. I'm glad he reminded me before I asked for his help. Cito orders are restricted to Cito eyes only. My first briefing can only be written by me. That is the unfortunate truth of my profession. No matter how much I wish I could depend on Sol on my crew, I am not part of it. I am just an attached member. The thought is sobering, bleeding the joy out of my mood. It's lonely at the top. Does my lab have a secure line? I'd rather not have to deal with couriers. Only the finest for you. It doesn't seem like the ship has a lot of finer things. It doesn't, but you learn to make do with the things you're given. I'm sure you'll find ways to adapt quickly. Of course. This ship is a stepping stone. I must keep telling myself that. We stop in front of a door at the aft section of the ship. Sol doesn't seem too pleased to be here, so I assume we've found the Ox Lab. Sol knocks against the door 3 times without a single response. Finally, he resorts to loud bangs before we get a response. Stan. Okay, this must be... Okay. Whoever it is! You don't know the hours? Doc is not in! A ship doctor is available all hours of the day. Not according to your beloved regulations. Come back tomorrow, but make sure you book an appointment first. I'm sorry, Natalie, but I'm going to have to resort to some more desperate measures. Why are you apologizing? What are you planning? I wouldn't bother you, Colonel, but our new Sito just arrived, and she really needs to turn in the medical records for you. She was very insistent to meet with you right now. She? Well, give me a moment. I might be able to break regulations just this once. Just this once, my butt. From behind the sliding door, I can hear a mild commotion as whoever this colonel is prepares for our visit. You're pretty disrespectful to a superior officer. That thing is not my superior officer in any way. Oh, hello. How are you today? The door slides open, and a dashing Afrik with sharp eyes and dull purple hair that falls to his shoulder steps out. Hello, you're tall. He looks me over with a kind, warm smile. Nothing like a predator I was expecting from Soul's description. He looks like a demon of yore, but his demeanor doesn't feel satanic. Although, I will say he does look very satanic. Very pretty satanic man, I might add. Can I touch your wings? Touch the wings. Still, there is something odd radiating from him. Power and confidence, yes, but something feels off. Deep in my gut, a small sliver of ice is forming. My, our humble ship has been blessed with a radiant beauty. My name is Stan Nelson. Stan Nelson, what a dull name. Stan Nelson. Natalie Puccile, it's a pleasure to meet you. No, my dear, the pleasure is all mine. Wow. I was told that I would need to drop off my medical records because of some privacy act. That's correct. Smart and beautiful. We are truly blessed this day. Why don't you come in? I also double as a resident counselor and would love a chance to get to know you. I don't think so. If she needs to confide in someone, she has friends. An understanding perspective is often needed to truly cope. In the depths of space, my skills will guide any potential lost souls to salvation. Wow, you are totally hitting on me right now, aren't you? Into your bed is more like it. My actions are bounded by my Hippocratic oath. What about yours? What do you mean? I am a doctor and have an oath to never get involved with my patients. They can feel safe with me. Do you have any such restraint? Other than being trusted friend who wants to protect her from a pervert? You malign me, Major. You both know I'm standing right here and understand this conversation, right? Natalie, I think I can handle myself. There's my medical records, Doctor. I look forward to working with you on a strictly professional basis, you mentioned. Precisely, my lovely Major, precisely. If you ever need any help or someone to talk to without repercussions, I'm always here. Thank you. Natalie, wait! I'm not slowing down. I know soul means well, but it's not like I need some guardian angel protecting me from all the bad non-humans. That icy feeling in my gut is warning me to be careful around Stan. Even though he is handsome and charming, I'm not a thing that they can use in their pursuits. I think I like this game. I am a Sito in charge of the mission, and everyone, including Soul, will respect that. Oh, he is shocked. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I will stop harassing you. I will be a friend. I'm sorry, my anger slowly fades out as I will slow my pace. If I had some idea where I was going on the ship, I think Soul got the point. You what? You can take care of yourself, I know. I just don't want to risk losing another friend to a corrupt beast. Learning some of that teamwork stuff the Vice Commander was talking about? Perhaps. Then trust me, it wasn't like I was gonna go inside alone for special examinations in the nude. Oh, hello! He made that offer to Zuri. And why is he not being brought up on charges for misconduct? Because she's too damn dense to realize that his medical reasoning was flawed and perverse. But I know you are not. I'm sorry, I should have trusted you not to fall for his traps. To make it up, why don't I take you for dinner? You mean the synthetic stuff out of the machines? Once again, you proved that you can see through a ruse. Well, that suffices for tonight. I promise a better meal down the space lane. I'm gonna hold you to that, Soul. Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to end it here. Cutting it short. Well, I say cutting it short. I honestly have no idea how long I was. Oh, hey, rent is due today. Oh, snap. I was not paying attention. Ah, glad I looked at my phone. Okay. Well, anyways, guys, I'm gonna cut it here. I like this one. This is pretty fun. This is interesting. I like that I have options. So I don't know what this is about. I am a Cito major on the KSS Nimross with a perverse dragon doctor, my best friend who hates mutants, and an angel and a midget as my friends so far. The commander has a stick up her ass. This ought to be interesting. I'm interested. Alright, so anyways, I'll have to see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed this. So, I will see y'all next episode. Love y'all. Stay beautiful.